Hi everyone, Gallifrey797 here. Welcome to a very special Doctor Who action figure review. Today I'm going to be reviewing one of the new 6 B&M sets for 2020, and this is the U.N.I.T 1971 Claws of Axos collector figure set, featuring a re-release of the Brigadier with a few tweaks, plus new figures with Sergeant Benton and Mike Yates. Huge thank you to Character Options and Evolution PR for sending me this advanced copy. This set comes in the standard 3-pack style packaging we saw last year with the Doctor Who logos, TARDIS graphics. The figures are clearly visible in the see-through style plastic, with also the gun accessories on display, with the background being the standard white graphic style from last year. On the back we've got just the pictures with the names of the figures, what we've come to expect with these B&M releases. So without further ado, let's get the figures out the packaging. And here are these awesome looking figures out the packaging. So I'm going to be first reviewing the Brigadier figure, and I'll be comparing it to the original release as there are a few different paint applications to the original, and I'll be reviewing Mike Yates and Sergeant Benton together due to having the same body just with the different head sculpts. So let's start with the Brigadier in his more casual get-up that we see him in the Claws of Axos story with his jumper. Before we go into details, let's take a look at the articulation. So as any standard figure would, head turns side to side, probably do the 360, but you don't want to risk scratching the neck. The arms on this figure, like the others, are ball jointed, so you can push it out to the side. Obviously does the full 360 swivel round. 360 movement at the bicep, up and down at the joint. The hands can also do the full 360. The waist can do the full 360 as well. Legs go up and down, 360 swivel, back and forth at the leg joint, and the shoes are fixed to the trousers. This is a really unique Brigadier figure, as obviously usually we see him in his army get-up, but obviously this is him more of a casual look with his jumper. So this Brigadier was originally released in the original, Claws of Axos set, which came with him, Joe Grant and a Axon. We had a new variant a couple of years ago with the Brigadier in the B&M sets, but it's nice we're getting re-releases of variants like this for people who missed out on the collector's sets the first time round. Of course, instead of his usual cap, he's got the bayonet with the U.N.I.T logo. The jumper is excellently detailed, makes your jumper really stick out with the lining textures. The shoulder pads with a few little badges on. Got the belt going around the jumper with the gun holster. Obviously this doesn't open, it's so small, but it's a nice little detail to have. He's got his sculpted gloves on, which obviously in the story is quite cold when they're filming outside. On the back you've got pads for both arm joints. The belt continues round with some kind of holster things on the back. And the trousers are pretty standard, kind of a dark navy green with a kind of dirtier wash, to show he hasn't had a chance to wash his trousers yet after a casual battle with some aliens and the Doctor. But yeah, it's a really great likeness to the late great Nicholas Courtney, which is really nice to have a unique version of him from this story as opposed to the regular releases in his full army get-up. It's nice to have a casual look. Because of his gun accessory, which is just a standard pistol, nothing much else to say, but nicely detailed. So on the left hand side we have the old version, but on the right we have the new B&M version. There are quite a few differences, nothing to do with the sculpt, just with the paint applications. So starting from the top, the bayonet, different colour, with the new one being kind of a light green, and the old one being more of a grey colour. Again with the skin colour as well, the Brigadier's face. The new version seems to be more like pink fleshy, with the old one being more of a beige yellow. Lighter tones for the new one with the shoulder pads and the jumper. Gloves have been painted this time brown as opposed to the original being black. The trousers on the old one are kind of a clean navy green, and obviously the new one is more of a darker green with more of a dirty black wash. And obviously the shoes have now been painted black as opposed to brown. Now we're taking a look at the other two figures from this 3-pack with Sergeant Benton and Mike Yates. So we're reviewing these figures at the same time, as the only difference of course really is the head sculpt, plus a few different paint applications and badges. But first of all, I'll take you through the articulation. I'll use Sergeant Benton, as both are the same. So head can go side to side, again don't do the full 360. Like the Brigadier figure, the arm is ball jointed, so it can go out to the side, full 360 round. This is actually based on the original Brigadier figure, just with these added packs. So a 360 the arms, back and forth at the joint. Hands can do the full 360. Waist can do the full 360. Trousers back and forth. 360 the biceps, back and forth at the joint. And the shoes are stationary. On to detail now. Now, as I said, both used the body of the original Brigadier figure in his full get-up. But this does have a few tweaks, which I'll go through. But first of all, starting with the head sculpt. So both have the same bayonet, both with slightly different tones. Because we've got Sergeant Benton on the left and Mike Yates on the right. And these head sculpts are incredible. Of course, we've had Harry Sullivan. This year, they've gone full out on all the new head sculpts. With obviously us getting a new 4th Doctor companion set. But they've got the likenesses spot on. The mould and the paint applications are really down nice to fine detail. You can tell which one it is. Like when I saw the original images from Mike Yates, I was a bit worried as it looked like more of a standard soldier. But having it in hand, the way they've added the depth of the face is honestly really good. So yeah, you know who these classic unit soldiers are, add up to the unit family. So both have the same body, but they do have a few tweaks between them. The jaggedness of the pockets is really incredible, and both have kind of scars sculpted in the story. It looked really cold, so they probably like just give us the most stuff. Uses the same hands as the Brigadier, the brown glove versions. The packs are a different shade of green. So the Sergeant Benton one is a dark green and the Mike Yates one is a light green. Turn them onto their side. As you can see on the left hand side, Sergeant Benton has got his rank. And then take on to the other side, both have the unit logo, with again Sergeant Benton having his rank, which looks like it's been stuck on, not painted on, which is quite interesting. Onto the back you can see the front packs have been carried on down to the back, which all kind of straps in to the belt. Really nice detail with the bayonet as well. You've got black lining going around the top, and also looking on the back you can see it's kind of gravy whitewash which has been mixed in with the green, and that includes the jacket and the trousers. It gives a nice authenticity to the figures. Both come with machine gun style guns, which I believe we saw in a previous Primeval figure, which was an army bloke. Both really fit into the figure very nicely. You've got the scope at the top. So again, some great detail for a gun. And finally, as you can see, these figures fit so lovely with the rest of the figures that we've got from the Claws of Axos story, which is one of the classic John Pertwee stories. So our overall thoughts on the set, amazing, absolutely brilliant. Of course, the Brigadier is a re-release, a few slight changes to the original to make it different, but it's a great opportunity for fans who missed out on that particular variant to get this time round. And the two new figures with Mike Yates and Sergeant Benton complete the unit family, which is so awesome to see. I don't thought we'd actually see these figures. I thought we'd just have the Dr. Joe, the Mass and the Brigadier, and that was it. So it's nice to add these two legendary unit characters into the diorama of the John Pertwee era. So we enjoy a review for the Unit 1971 Claws of Axos figure set. What do you think of the set? What do you think of the two new figures with Sergeant Benton and Mike Yates? A fantastic detail, the head sculpts, the re-release of the Brigadier. All your thoughts, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you again to Evolution PR and Character Options for giving me an advance copy to review. I very much look forward to getting the rest now, which I believe will be out in July. Of course, there's 6 sets. At the end of this video, I'll link to one of my previous videos which summarises all the new sets that are coming, plus the playlist of all last year's B&M set reviews. So now I'm going to go off and make some room for these new figures to make this awesome display on my shelf. But until next time, thank you as always for watching. Bye bye!